Hey guys, Shane here with One Shift at a Time. How you doing? We're at it. It is week number 9. Yes, week number 9 in the NHL Power Rankings. Crazy how it's flying. It's flying so fast that I actually forgot I was supposed to do a little bit of an announcement in the video 2 ago, and so we'll do it now. A little bit better late than never, and that is just thank you guys so much for all your support. We did hit 100 videos just 2 ago. This is actually video number 102. So again, thanks for all your support. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Wouldn't have done it without you guys and your support. So thanks again. Number 10, making their first appearance since way back in week 2. We have your number 10, Pittsburgh Penguins. They're just rolling. They got 4 straight wins, including over their rivals, the Washington Capitals. I mean, that was a big game earlier this week. And then they had a big one last night over the Ducks. So they have Montreal, Buffalo, and New Jersey coming up. So kind of an easy stretch. They could really put some points on the board and push themselves up even farther into these power rankings. Number 9, we got the St. Louis Blues, and they're back in the top 10 as well. They're riding a 3-game winning streak as well. They have wins over Montreal, Detroit, and most impressively, they had that win over the Florida Panthers. So they host the Ducks today before they have a home-and-home with the Dallas Stars. You don't know how that's going to be. It seems Dallas either shows up or they don't show up. You don't know which team's going to show up. So I don't see why they can't win all 3 of those games, though, and also continue to move up these power rankings. Number 8, and finally making their first appearance on the power rankings. It's absolutely unbelievable to me because before this season started, I had them as one of the top 5 teams in the whole league. But the Colorado Avalanche have finally scraped and crawled their way back after their horrible start. And I mean, when you're averaging 7 goals a game, you're gonna win some games. You're gonna win your fair share anyway. They had 6 goals against the Senators. But then they potted 7 against the Flyers, the Rangers, and the Red Wings this week. Yes, this week they scored 7 3 times and 6 once in their 4 games this week. So definitely they move up the rankings when you do stuff like that. They have a big game tonight against the Florida Panthers. If the Avs can get that win, they're set. Right now, their offense is so powerful. If they can get some good, solid goaltending, the Avalanche, they're gone. They're gone. They're a scary team. Number 7, we got the Tampa Bay Lightning. They had a very close one against the Canadiens. It was kind of scary there. And then they lost one against the Senators. So they were higher earlier in the week, but I did have to drop them, of course. They look to right the ship Tuesday. They host the LA Kings, so that is definitely one they need to win if they want to continue moving up. They did have that win over Toronto. So that was an important one, but it was just that they barely beat Montreal, and then they got spanked 4-0 by the Senators, which is never good. Number 6, we're going to stay in Florida. We're just going to move on down to the Florida Panthers. They're in number 6 this week. They only played 2 games this week. They had a win over Arizona and a loss to the St. Louis Blues, so I didn't really want to make a lot of movement to them. As we talked about, they do have that huge game against Colorado tonight. That's really going to determine where these 2 teams go. Honestly, if Colorado wins, they're probably going to swap spots right there, and we're going to see Colorado continue to move up. And in number 5, we got them moving back up 2 spots after a great start to their Western road trip. We have the Carolina Hurricanes. They in this Western sweep so far, they've got wins in Winnipeg. They got an overtime win, but a win in Calgary, and then they got one in Edmonton last night. So they look to continue it as they move, of course, to Vancouver to try and finish it off. Sebastian Aho is really starting to roll. Like the guy, he's got 15 goals, 17 assists, 32 points. He's starting to play like we all, I think, knew he could. And yeah, Colorado, definitely a scary team. As we said last week, I think that was their bad week, and I think they're back. And in 4th spot, slowly moving their way up, slowly but surely, we got the Washington Capitals. They're one of the most consistent teams in the whole of the NHL right now. They've been playing good right since the season started. They're continuing to play good. They're 2nd in the NHL in the whole league. You know, they do have quite a few loser points, which has helped them out. They're a very hard team to beat in regulation. I mean, that's what you want to do. So we'll see. I think they're going to continue to move on up. Number 3rd, and they're staying in 3rd place, not due to their bad play, that's for sure, but just because of how good the teams ahead of them are. And that is the New York Rangers. They did have that one loss this week. It was to the Colorado Avalanche. It was 7-3. So definitely a bit of a concerning loss there, but it was it was to the Colorado Avalanche. So again, I didn't punish them, but I couldn't really move them up when the two teams ahead of them are playing so amazing. They did take on the Predators though, and they're also on a 4-game winning streak. And the Predators, believe it or not, they are just on the outside of this list. I think they were 12th if I looked at my sheet right now. So right on the edge and playing some good hockey. They could definitely steal this one. This could be a good game to watch. Number 2, and they're dropping a spot, and that's the Toronto Maple Leafs. And they didn't have a very good week. They went 2-2, and I could have dropped them more, but honestly, they were right in all those games, and I don't want to make too many jerk reactions to these power rankings, especially as the season goes on. They should stop. You should stop seeing massive moves as people kind of settle into their proper positions in the power rankings. I do think the Toronto Maple Leafs are pretty high on that list. I see them coming close to winning the East, and there's going to be a lot of pressure on them come playoff time to not get knocked out in the first round, that's for sure. And number 1, man, here they are. They've clawed their way all the way up to number 1. They're occupying that first spot for the first time ever in my history of doing power rankings, and that is the Minnesota Wild. They finally dropped a game last night. It was the Los Angeles Kings 2-1, but I can't punish them for that because they did just come off an 8-game winning streak, and win 8 in a row, you're going to lose. Eventually, you have to lose. So they're going to look to jump right back in it. They've got a tough game as they head into Vegas to take on the Golden Knights, but the way they're playing, that's a winnable game. So we'll see how it goes. Again, thanks for tuning in. If you guys like the video, please give it a like, subscribe, share it around, and as always, we'll see you guys in the next episode.